All right, Trace.
We're good?
Yep.
We're good. Talk a little bit about being the council president in Los Angeles and having the Cardinal Manning Center here. There's a great deal of need in Los Angeles, isn't there?
There is, and we have an increase of homeless people. You know, recently, I don't know if you noticed when you came down the street, if you notice the tents, a lot of tents along the street. We never used to have those before. So there are more and more homeless people that we see all the time. And our goal as a council is to have more affordable housing for low-income family. So instead of them becoming homeless, you know, if they can afford to rent homes, then that will help the situation.
And there's just not a lot of affordable housing.
There isn't, you know, there isn't. There is a great need, and there is a lot of organization, you know, that they want to work with it, but there was no solution that they come up with. You know, like I belong to the Coalition for the Homeless here in Los Feliz, and we meet, but the only thing that they want is to clean up the street. So I said, where do you put those people? You know, I mean, you clean up the street, where will they go? They go next another street, and then you have to clean up that street, so you keep on going. And that's not really a solution. You know, there is a lot of garbage around, but then they don't provide a bin for the garbage. Where will they put their garbage? And they don't allow them to go in the restaurant to use the restroom. So what do you expect them to do? You know?
And you end up, when you're Vincentian, you end
Uh-huh.
up listening to a lot of stories and talking to a lot of
course.
people, and you meet a lot of interesting people that have come from a lot of different backgrounds.
That's correct.
Those stories, they touch, at 20 plus years of Vincentian, I mean, those stories must touch your heart.
Mm-hmm. Here as a conference, we serve homeless lunch every month, last Saturday of the month. So we meet a lot of people, and they tell their stories. In fact, I have a couple that I got, you know, kind of close, and both of them unfortunately passed away. But I didn't realize Susan comes all the time to the hot lunch, and then she developed lymphoma, so she has to go for chemo, so I tried to help her out. But when she died, I took care of her until she died because she has no family. But when she died, I didn't realize she has money. All along, I thought, you know, she is one of those people that are really, you know, low income, and she comes to the hot lunch, the homeless lunch, and she gave us $10,000 for the society, 10,000 for the church, and then a couple of friends, 2,500 each. Then she donated her car to St. Vincent de Paul, and you know, all the things that was in her apartment. Then there was another lady that comes to our hot lunch. She died of cancer, and you know, I got her to go to a nursing home and be a hospice patient because she didn't want to, and she didn't have no money for burial, so we end up, you know, burying her, you know. Yeah. So those are kind of sad situation, but she used to have a good job, but then, you know, they lose their job, then they are out, you know, some of them get evicted.
How do you grow in your spirituality through this service?
Well, by going to mass. I go to mass every day. And then we have a Vincentian retreat. We have an annual meeting that we have mass, general meeting 3 times a year. In fact, we have our annual meeting, which we probably will have 1,000 Vincentians that will come to that. And we used to go to the cathedral, but it can only accommodate 850 people. So we decided this year we will go to the convention center, and so we can accommodate more than 1,000 Vincentians.
And you're part of a prayer group that goes to Cardinal Manning?
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit, what you all do and how you serve there.
Yeah. Well, we started serving in the street, in Skid Row. And that's a different clientele that you deal with. And we were told after maybe 2 years, the police said, no, you cannot serve there anymore. So I ended up going to Cardinal Manning Center. And we have been serving there all this time. In fact, we just was there last Saturday, and everybody enjoyed the meal, of course.
How does it make you feel to be able to do that and meet with
Oh,
people?
I feel very, very happy, and that I can do something for those people, because maybe that's the only good meal that they have. Because I think in the morning they have pastries, coffee, and then sometimes they have sandwiches that is brought to them. But this is a complete meal. We have salad, we have the main course, we have cake, and bread, and we have soda or drinks. So they enjoy that.
All right, good deal.
All right.
All right.